Right, so welcome back to the AM show. Time for us to delve into our big stories today. And today we have an exclusive conversation with the Minister for Labour and Employment Relations, someone all of us have come to know as a very gentle politician, a quiet one, of course. We want to go into his ministry to find out what they've done 1 year under the John Mahama administration. Dr. Rashid Hassan Pelpo. I don't know if a lot of you know that he has an Abdul in the name, so it's Dr. Abdul Rashid Hassan Pelpo, Minister of Employment and Labour Relations. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
I hope all is well.
Oh, everything is fine.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Many happy returns. Yeah.
So let's get straight into action.
Yes.
How do you see 1 year under your tenure as a Minister for Employment?
Well, thank you very much. 1 year of administering the affairs of the Ministry of Labour, Jobs and Employment. That's a new name. Ministry of Labour, Jobs and Employment. Has been one of quietude, one of progress, one of determination, one of cooperation with the labour force and the creation of job opportunities, creating interest in the ministry and helping young people to have confidence that as they go along, they can build themselves into a world of work and graduate into working adults. It's a place where we advise, we define policy, we help in creating opportunities for people. It's not a place where you come and I give you a job. It's a place where you come and get to understand what jobs are available and how to access them. And that's what we've been working at all these months and this particular, the last year that passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you able to measure the achievement?
Well, the achievement is measured by, first of all, the fact that we don't have extreme labor upheavals and conflicts which disrupt work. People are going to work. They have sometimes you have them dissatisfied with circumstances, but the purpose of my office and my ministry is to look at the tensions that arise and try to cool them down. So you will find that in the year, there has been a relatively quiet labor front, minding their business, committed to work, increasing their energy at pushing Ghana to the next level. And you can see the results in everything we are doing, everything that happens. The economy is stable, everything is going on well. It is the labor force and what they project themselves into doing and what they have done so far. So you can measure it by the nature of the economy. You can also measure our success by the training that is going on to upskill labor in the new green jobs and input in skills that had not necessarily been in existence. There had been some training and passing out of young people in specific areas that they can go in and get jobs. So we are prepared for the green job opportunities which are all over. You can measure also how much we have put in at the various areas at the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, where we have these Ejumawura programs and all the youth programs we have started working on getting young people into jobs. And you will measure it also by the number of opportunities that are available, that we are sending people out of the country to work. And lots of them through the Ministry of Youth Employment, we have pushed them to work to youth. We have pushed the Youth Employment Authority to engage those who want to work abroad. The Work Abroad program is flourishing and going on. So you'll see the extent to which people are showing interest and what benefits are coming out of it. And then you will see also the how we relate in signing agreements with countries that want Ghana's labor. And lots of countries have come to sign agreements. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs may not have come to sign memorandum of understanding with me, so we can create opportunities for our young people to travel out. We have worked closely also with the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Roads, where opportunities are open both to technical and untechnical labor to engage in new roads that are being constructed. My office is has a multi-sectorial approach to creating jobs. So the jobs are
scattered all around.
Yeah, so mine is to make sure I monitor what is happening, draw the attention of young people to them, and create opportunities for them to have access to all the labor areas that are available. So now what we are doing is to develop, and we have developed, the labor market information system that allow all these areas of jobs to be recorded in the labor market system. So you go into the labor market system, you find the jobs available, you apply there, and you get a response there. So
is it open to all?
It's open to all.
Look at labor market system.
Labor market information system.
How do I get it?
It's an electronic system. Wherever you are in the country, we are even having labor. We have established public employment centers in various regions. All the 16 regions have been given labor, but we are going down to the districts or to the municipalities where the centers are established. You can go in there, check, find what is available.
Oh, so this is not like an online based.
It's online based.
Okay, so what's the portal? I want to go in there.
Not many people. Just write Ghana Labor Information System.
Okay, all right.
Let me also say that we are yet to launch it this year, so it's not so popular.
Okay.
But many people have tried it. When we open it up for trials, many people have tried. And then, So this system is to help get people understand what works are available, what opportunities are available, and how they can access them.
Okay.
And the whole of last year, we have been working on it. It's been tested. We are now getting to launch it officially to get people access to it. And we are encouraging all organizations, including the private sector, to all put their information in there for job seekers to go in and be able to get jobs. At the moment, we've been able to cover every opportunity you can find in the government sector. We are moving into the private sector to hook them in. Last year, there was we had a conference or a seminar which involved lots of these private sector people to understand what we are doing. So for them to see the labor market information system as a benefit to them. You don't need to now to go advertising and getting people to apply and all that. Just put it there and you'll get responses. So
you mean we know how many jobs exist on this labor market information system for now?
For now, you get to know. Now what we have done is to put the institutions and organizations in there.
Okay.
They will now declare their jobs.
Okay.
In there for people to.
So it means that when you click on the institution.
So at every point in time, you can't say there are 10 jobs.
Okay.
You can say 10 jobs today, tomorrow there are 20 jobs available. It's a dynamic process going on. Yeah.
I've just opened it. When you do, you need to sign up.
Yes.
But there's the Ghana Labor Information System is the information on the labor market presented in a consolidated and structured way and accessible to different users.
Yes.
So when you sign up, then you can have access to that.
Yes.
But you said we've all seen a quiet labor front.
Yes.
How will you say you've been able to achieve that?
Well, it's a coordination from my end of all the issues that are taking place that are likely to create labor disturbance. It is also the cooperation with the labor leaders who I work with, speak with, we get to understand the issues at stake, and also working with the Ministry of Finance, because is the heart of it all. How do we get Ministry of Finance to respond to challenges on labor, seeking some benefits or some legally acceptable responses from government in their requirements, financial requirements, and to compensate them. So I work with the Ministry of Finance a lot. I work with the labor leaders, and I work with my agencies, the Labor Commission, then the others, Labor Commission, for example, and then the Fair Wages Commission. These are critical areas which are of importance when you want to talk about labor and understanding of the challenges they are facing and what we can do to respond to their challenges. So I work with them all, and we do so with understanding that we are working with an economy that can give or not be able to give. We do so with the understanding that we have come from somewhere and are riding on an economy that had not been properly managed, but which we are managing now and would need time to stabilize it, make it efficient, and we are also being careful, not to spend in manners that can reduce the potential and speed of the economic recovery that we are doing. So all these things are issues that come.
Is that your argument to Labour for them to accept the 9% increment?
Yes, we sat down, we all agreed to it. Let me explain to you. When we come to the point when we have to agree to the base salary or minimum wage, we have a technical committee made up of the tripartite committee. The tripartite committee is made up of Labour, government, and the private sector. They put themselves together, they form the committee, go and sit down, look at the variables, look at the indicators that would have helped in defining the living standard of the Ghanaian, measure it against present circumstances, fix something that is reasonable and acceptable, that can be contained by the economy. They did so and came back with a certain percentage increase. We discussed it, and unfortunately this year, because the economy has been doing so well, one of the issues that have been picked as streamlined as areas to be considered, for example, the variables. I mean, you talk about inflation. How much inflation has a direct effect on the market, the household, So you take inflation. You take the forex, the value of the cedi. The forex, it has a direct consequence on how much money you have and what it can do. If today you have 20 cedis, and 20 cedis was equal to $2, and then the following day you come, 20 cedis is now equal to $15. 20 cedis is now equal to not $2, but $1. Then the prices of the person who goes out of the country to buy in dollars and come back to sell to you, the price will increase for him to be able to make the dollar component for him to do that. So you look at the forex, you look at, like I mentioned earlier, inflation. You look at the for the private sector, you look at the interest rates. How much does money cost him when he goes to borrow it? So after looking at all these things, you measure it against the demands made on by labor itself, and then you come to a certain conclusion. So we got to a conclusion when the highest was like 7% increase, and then 2.5 to 7%. Okay, let's take the 7% as the highest, but it was too low for anybody to talk about 7% increase, because people, naturally, we work in a situation where we want to advance the cause of our individual livelihoods and our desires. So we found 7% to be too low, but we offered the 7%. They said no. So eventually we came to 9%, after they had offered 15%, but given the circumstances and the times and the hope that things will even continue to be better. At the time, I think the interest, the inflation was at about 8%. Now it's about 6% and still going below 5-point-something%. You see, so we give them the expectation that things will still even get better. The value of your CD will be better. We give them the assurance that the CD is not going to go down in the course of the year. We may even improve it. We give them the assurance that there are two issues. Either you take what you are asking for now and not get any other person employed. That's what the economy can do. Or let's take what is reasonable for you now and open up rooms for us to take more labor into the system. And I say that the labor leaders are very realistic about what happens in the economy. They are very understanding, and I salute them all the time when we discuss issues and they get to appreciate and understand.
But some rejected the increment of 9%.
Yeah. It came to a point, but you see, this is normal. You can't have a decision that has a global acceptance all the time. Sometimes some people will say, oh, why did you go to negotiate this? We could have gone for the 30%. We could have gone for this. But if they were in the inside in the negotiation, maybe they would have understood. So when we got it out and brought it out, there were ups and downs. Especially when you said oppose, it was because when the utility values, utility bills were increased by 9%, some people said, you gave us 9%, now they have increased it by 9%.
They've taken what you gave us out.
But that was not right.
Okay.
You see, if you are taking, let's say, 1,000 Ghana, and we increase your salary by 9%.
You only added 90 cedis.
Pardon?
90 cedis.
90 cedis. So you have 90 cedis in addition. Now, out of the 90 cedis, you were paying 20 cedis for example, 20 cedis for electricity. The 9% is on the 20 cedis, not on the totality of the 1,000 you are getting. The 9% is only on the small amount of money you spend in paying the electricity bill.
That's 9% utility increment.
Yes. So it was understood that, well, this is 9%, therefore it's nothing. No. The 9% is not a totality of the money. It's just a small, an aspect of amount of money you are paying. So, but as I said, we are, one of the fundamental things that we have bring into being is to say that let's not talk only after, only when we are negotiating on baseline, base salary and minimum wage. Let's talk throughout the year. Wherever there are problems, let's bring it up and let's talk. So that we don't create a situation where lack of understanding between us or our inability to appreciate each other's perceptions about reality create a problem for everybody. So let's keep talking. So that is also a beneficial consequence of the last discussions we had.
So when next will they see any increment in their salaries? You give them 9.
Yeah, so
when next will they see any?
We said that as we go along, if the economy gets better and we improve, we can always speak about increase because it's a necessity. It helps in creating the needed confidence in the working force and also help them to generate more energy in working. So it's important to listen to them when it comes to that. So as we go along and things are better, we can always negotiate about these things.
The economy has
rather than going on strike, we can always talk and come to a certain conclusion.
The economy has become better, right?
Yeah, it's improving. There's improvements in the economy. But you see, we have to do a lot. When the economy is going better, you don't keep your debt disrupting you.
Okay.
You can see yesterday, the finance minister released
energy sector
clearing the energy sector bill. About 1.47 billion, which had been what they used to call legacy debts. This government will come, they are unable to pay. This government comes, they were unable to pay. Look, we got to a point, President Mahama said, look, let's make sure we don't have the legacy debt anymore. Let's clear it. And that's what we have done. In fact, it's an exclusive decision taken which must be appreciated by anybody. And that gives me the feeling that, look, Ghana is not a poor country. We are poor in leadership. When we get the kind of leadership that we require, Ghana will fly. You know, we were number 10 in Africa. That is the 10th richest country in Africa.
Okay.
Within 1 year of administrations of John Dramani Mahama, and where have we gotten with Atuforsen managing the economy? We got up to the number 8, just within 1 year, from number 10 to number 8. We beat Cote d'Ivoire, we beat Ethiopia, and we are number 8. We beat Tanzania, and we are number 8. Can you believe that? So it's something that we can look at and be able to put in place. And I like what John Dramani Mahama said, that we need to put in place a legal system and a governance system that will not die with one government coming and another coming over, or taking over. So that it should be there persistently. We should maintain a certain trend and commitment to leadership and to governance to make sure we are persistent, you know, in doing the right things that can produce results for us.
Okay, so there are two things. You convince them to accept that increment so that there will be spaces for other people to enter.
Yes.
So are we employing, or we are now to employ?
Oh, you know, you've just seen the military and the police, the forces. They have opened up, you know, to employ maybe about not less than maybe up to 10,000 people. Between 5,000, they won't be up to 10, but the three forces, the police, the the police, the fire service, and the immigration
okay.
They are going to employ like 5,000 people.
Okay.
The military is going to take another amount. You know, I think about 4,000 or so. So you get something like between 8 and 10,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's to start with. Remember also the nurses and teachers who were employed would have been put on payroll. There were about 12,000 people. We have put all of them on board. We have paid them off. We are going to open portals for civil service, for local government, open up space. People are going to enter. You know, the agencies are already open up to engage people. Things are happening. It's just that employment activities are not a one-day affair. It's often a process. So as we go along, you see many of them engaging more people.
If I live in a table book, how do I get to hear of all of this? The civil servant openings.
It's the portal. They go now. Everything is computerized. The local government between now and next week, they are going to open the portals, and young people they are aware. They will go in and apply, and then once you apply, you will be given a response online, and then call for an interview. If you go through, that's it.
Okay. We'll be keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
But we all agree that the economy is becoming better.
Yes.
So my friends who are watching us now at, say, SNET, for example, or probably watching us from the local government ministry, will be looking at, okay, so once the economy is becoming better, when can we sit around the table to discuss increment again? Because as for workers, they want their lives to be better.
Yeah. There are two things about an economy becoming better.
Okay.
When an economy becomes better, you create a situation when it doesn't go back to where it used to be by stabilizing it. So at this very moment, we are trying hard to stabilize the gains we have made over the period, over the last 1 year. Once you make the gains and you're able to stabilize the economy, then you can see consistency. You see, you can now see growth. And then once it starts growing, definitely you need more labor. You need to improve labor quality. And that's the point when you can always negotiate and get an increment. And we are particularly based or working very hard to make sure we improve a strong private sector base, which will absorb a lot of the workforce. I don't know whether you notice, I'm beginning to go around to see some of the companies that are working. Many of them are working 24 hours. They have improved their labor. They are doing so well. And it's been very impressive when I visit many of them. Some are needing some kind of government intervention to even improve more of their labor. So things are taking shape gradually. And I'll pray that the people of Ghana continue, and I thank all of us, will continue to give this government all the cooperation we desire so that we can move to the point when everybody can look at Ghana and say, this is a great country, our economy. And so we are going towards there. We will get to a point when we can sit down at all times to talk about improvement in compensation. Yeah.
So when they get up, say today or in March, to say we need an increment, what will be the response?
But you see, every organized group work according to two things.
Okay.
Work according to the law, we work according to the precedents. I mean, things that happened, you want to see tradition, let me say tradition. So now the law has established a tripartite.
Unless you get there.
We also agree that there will be negotiation. It's by the law. But we have established a tradition that this is a period we can always come and do negotiations. So let's go according to those systems.
Okay. All right. You mentioned that you've been going around some of the companies, right? From which sectors have you been looking at? And you also mentioned 24. Some people are operating 24-hour.
Yes.
That's good news.
Yes.
How many companies are?
Oh, so far, the companies we have traveled, we have gone to, I can't remember many of their names. I can get the list from here, okay, but it will take time.
Yeah.
So, but when we went to these companies, I was surprised to find that they kept working. They kept working consistently, and
I guess they are private companies, right?
These are private companies.
Yeah.
Private companies that have consistently, they have all of the time been here, and some of them are saying that they want to. In the last administration, they had challenges, even to the point that some of them went to court with government, which is unacceptable. And we are working to make sure all these things are removed. I have some of the companies here. In fact, when we went to Promasidor, I know you know Promasidor.
Oh, yes.
Great company, and they have worked. They are working all the time because they have to meet their demands. We've gone to Farm Milk. Went to ENI Energy. ENI Energy will be very happy with the payment here by finance, of our energy debts, because that's one of the things that was crippling them. We went to Nutri-Food. We went to Olam Ghana. We went to Wilmar Africa Limited. Great companies, Wilmar Africa Limited, for example, would want to engage 1,000 people in addition because they had been operating with 5,000 workforce, but bad administration, governmental influence, not them. Influence that didn't favor them, policies that didn't favor them, had reduced that number to about 1,500 or something like that. Now they are thinking about increasing it. So these are all areas that we are trying to map out and create more job opportunities. And some of these companies, they pay so well.
So these businesses are running 24 hours?
Oh, they are running 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to meet their... And I was particularly impressed when I went to Olam. And the commitment is total, because they had to meet their demands from external and internal. Many of them are exporting. They produce here, they are able to sell in Ghana, but they are also able to sell outside the country. So it's been very, very impressive. Okay. Yeah.
And then you speak about the Job Abroad program.
Yes.
Have we sent some people out yet?
Yeah. We have sent a number of people out. But as I said, the Youth Employment Authority used to be under the Ministry of Labor. Now it's been moved to, last year it was moved to Ministry of Youth Empowerment. But I still work with them.
Okay.
I still direct the labor issues to them.
Okay.
Because they deal directly with young people. And they have sent people out. They are yet to give me a complete report about what they have done. But they are working very hard and encouraging, getting to the youth. They have a portal. Every young person can apply to the portal and be responded to. Yeah, there are no discriminations here. You know, you just open the portal, people apply, they are taking, drivers have gone, what do you call it, restaurant workers have gone, technical people who are in building technology and things like that. So those are all happening.
All right. So we're getting requests from other countries for our labor.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes. We just signed an agreement with Qatar.
Okay.
And the finance Minister of Foreign Affairs had just gone to sign an agreement with Qatar, and we are going to. They want as many people as possible. I'm in the committee. I'm the co-chairman of the Qatar Minister for Labor in the ILO Fair Recruitment program. Yeah. So normally you take a country and make the country the chairman. So they picked Ghana. After they visited, went around and came to Ghana. Eventually they informed me that, oh, we are doing so well. And they were requesting me to be a co-chairman with the Minister for Qatar.
Okay.
I gave them an approval, so I'm the co-chairman with him. So when we met, he made a direct request to me and said, there is an MOU which had been on our table for about 4 years, and nobody has signed it. I said, no, we have come. We are NDC, and we are a new government. Come, let's have a fair discussion, and then, come to some conclusion. Thankfully, Minister of Foreign Affairs has signed the agreement, and very soon we will be dealing with Qatar and taking people there as well.
Which areas are we looking at?
All the areas. The first request they made are in technical areas, in mechanical work, somebody who is a master in mechanical work, and somebody who is interested in... I can't remember them. They are a little technical areas. Yeah.
More like engineering.
Engineering areas and things like that.
But we've also had issues with our people working in Qatar, right?
Qatar?
Yes. I mean, those countries where we see videos of some of our people being...
No, Qatar is not one of them.
Oh, it's not?
And we are... That is why it is important to formalize the people who are going there.
Okay.
If I send anybody anywhere and there are challenges, I can question the person who signed the MOU with me. The MOU will streamline how you are going to treat our labor. We'll let you understand our labor law, how Ghanaians are treated, how we expect you to do that. And when our conversation with the Carter minister, when I raised the issue of how these things were, some bad things came, he said, no, not them. And that their labor laws are even much more favorable than ours. I said, no. I mean, let's make sure the right thing is done. He said, oh, Rashid, I'm assuring you this is what is going to happen. And I'm happy we've signed the agreement with them. So you don't just get somebody to give you a telephone call and say they want a maid. Then you just take your things and join and you go. And eventually you are in trouble. You have nobody to talk to. We are here to deal with it and to make sure you are safe when you travel, and that we are dealing with it officially and will not tolerate any situation. Remember, a few weeks ago, I got a response from people who had been sent to Dubai, and they complained about two things: that the person who sent them was cheating them, the money was not adequate. The second thing was that they were working too long in the place, 12 hours, they can't. As soon as I heard it, the first thing I did was to stop the program and then to ask the person to come for a discussion. So it's been resolved. So that's just a clear example of we monitoring the system and directly demonstrating our concern for the Ghanaian, whether he's in Ghana or out of Ghana. We still take him to be...
So are we doing the same for people who are in Kuwait and whatever? I mean,
everywhere.
For the stories we hear of maltreatment, are we
okay, so that's what I'm saying from the beginning. Some people went on their own. We don't know about them. But now we are monitoring the system because we take them there. And
but those people,
if the information gets to us, we will act immediately.
Okay.
We'll act immediately. Just a few days ago, somebody came to tell me about a situation in Saudi Arabia. Immediately, I called the Minister of Finance. I got a person responsible, and then they asked him to do the complaint, and fast, you know, we got the. So we will deal with any situation where a Ghanaian is involved. But now, to limit the number of people who go on their own and get into trouble where bad people who don't understand that Africans, when they go to work, they are still human beings. You know, the way they treat them will be unacceptable and will be taken up seriously.
That's some incredible work you're doing there.
Yes.
Kudos to you and your team.
Thank you.
But whilst you're doing that, and I guess you are resolving issues for people who are even outside of the country. So it means that for issues in country, you do them with ease. There is a petition I have in front of me. It says, we the employees of the Youth Employment Agency, YEA, numbering about 231, hearing referred as petitioners, right to formally bring to the attention of the Honorable Minister at the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Honorable George Oparado, our ministry, to a really neck-level matter we have with our employer, the YEA. We, the petitioners, have worked with the agency as contract staff for the past 8 years. Some have worked for over 4 years and some over 2 years, respectively. As contract staff then, an opportunity was given us by the agency through a memo declaring limited vacancies on 26 September 2024 to apply to be regularized. We took advantage of the opportunity and applied for the vacancies. I mean, the short of it is that they have been regularized, but for the past 1 year and more, they have not been paid. And they tell me of issues, some even dying as a result.
Oh.
What will you do to help these people?
Well, this is a situation that didn't come to my attention at all. And I'll be able to sit here and give any response because I need to not verify only, but also hear out the Minister of Youth and Empowerment, what has resulted into the situation. And then we can create a situation where both employer and employee can talk. And then, but essentially it does appear to me is because they have not been properly employed. They have not been employed. It's like the teacher and nurses situation where the previous government normally trying to impress people will engage people and say, oh, you are now employed, to report to people that they have created employment. And then at the end of the day, whilst they are out of government, it becomes a problem to everybody, you know. So it's something that I like to look at. For the past 8 years, it's a terrible situation. And for the past 2 years, it's also a terrible situation. They want now to be properly regularized and paid. And it has to be done with the Minister of Finance involved, with me involved, with the Minister of Youth Empowerment involved, so we can tackle it to the fullest.
These people have been regularized since November 2024. And
yet,
yes, and they have. I have the appointment letters of some of them, and they say they work for 1 year. No payment has been done. This one, for example, the appointment was done on 29th November 2024, and it's true, the name is there. Appointed as Assistant Technical Service Manager, effective December 1, 2024. And they were given financial clearance too.
Okay, so that's the challenge we are facing. It's all over. I told you that before we took over government, as late as December when they lost their elections, they were still engaging people, giving them letters of appointment when you don't know what is ahead.
But, but those people have been relieved by the letter from the Chief of Staff.
Relieved?
Those who were appointed after December 7, they've all been relieved.
Well, I'm giving you a background.
Okay.
So these things, because of the elections, these things had happened severally. Just try to engage people. You don't have the budget for them. You don't have the budget for 2025. They are not included in the budget of 2024, and then you have appointed them. So how are you going to pay them? And you don't conjure money. Money comes as a result of the financial statements made to Parliament, approved by Parliament, inclusive of which you can have the compensation of people you have engaged. And that's where they call financial clearance. Now, you didn't clear them. There was a paper saying you have been cleared, but there was no money to demonstrate the clearance. Just hoping that if another government comes, it should be their headache. You know, and now it's been brought to my attention. I hope they would we'll discuss it together and see how we can get the Ministry of Finance to properly put them in our payroll. So, like I'm saying, this is the first time I'm hearing this, and I would like to go much more into it before we can.
Okay, all right. So it means that anytime there are recruitment, the recruitment should find expression in the budget.
Yes, that's what they call financial clearance. For example, why is it that the civil service, they need more workers? Local government, they need more workers, and we didn't employ them last year? Because neither the past government nor when we came and wanted to end the year, they were not in the budget, so they couldn't be recruited last year. This year, he gave financial clearance to some of them and say, you can now recruit because I've taken care of you in the budget. And so now they can employ the military, the forces, they can employ this, only to the amount of money that is contained in the budget. You know, every year we have this amount of money. You can't go beyond it, because if you go beyond it, you have to borrow, or else your economy cannot go. And the amount of money you have is made up of your budget, what we have generated throughout the year, internal revenue, what we have generated, the money we have borrowed, grants that have been given to us. So these three components make the total amount of money in our basket. And then you ask yourself, what are we going to do with this money? We'll do this, but we also employ people. How many people are you going to employ? So you put all of it together to get to the total amount of money you will spend in a year. Now, if somebody comes and said, I want a job, and it hadn't been put in the budget, you can only say, okay, but not now, in future. And you won't understand, but government has money, why wouldn't government employ me? So you must be contained in the budget before
you're employed.
You're employed.
So no government must give clearance when that clearance doesn't find expression in the
Yes,
budget.
and that's where the problem with the past government is. They gave clearance when they knew that there was no money. They said, oh, clearance is given. So where are you going to get the money? 2024, you are giving clearance at a certain point in time.
Okay.
Then,
all right. This financial clearance says, note that this financial clearance expires on 30th June 2025 and cannot be used thereafter. So the minister wrote this without having money for them?
Yes. So if you write this and you don't have money, financial clearance is not infinitum. It's not like it will be there forever and ever. They'll give you financial clearance for this period of time. When the period of time expires, you have to apply again for it.
Okay.
So this financial clearance expired. If it were not requested again on the Ministry of Finance, and he gives them another financial clearance, that means that they will be left hanging.
Okay. So what's the plan for this year for the ministry?
Well,
to enter into second year of your administration?
The plan for this year is to work closely with the private sector to create more job opportunities, to properly streamline the external job arrangements, and create more job opportunities for people. We are talking with even people from the United States. They are interested in our workforce. Canada, they are interested in our workforce. Romania, Germany, and all these other countries, which I know people are eager to travel to. They are interested in our workforce. And we will spend this year trying to see how we can make it work. And also, the other countries in the Middle East are also very interested in our workforce, so we would work with all that to create opportunities for those who want to go and work within a specified period of time. It's not to say you are leaving Ghana. It's to say you are working outside the country, gain some experience, come back to Ghana. That is what every country uses to develop. Gain experience, come back to your country, establish the systems, and then also employ more people. Okay, so that's one aspect of it. So private sector, job abroad, then state government employment, which is an area which has just started. So we hope to continue with other sectors as well, apart from the forces, to create more job opportunities for people. And we also hope that the Big Push program is going to create a lot of job opportunities. We are estimating about 800,000 people. The other time, somebody sat here and said, no, these are people who are going to be low-level jobs, as if they don't matter. They are all important. But you are going to have engineers who are going to be used, their assistants, you are going to have supervisors, you are going to have all kinds of people in the big road construction work we are going to do. It's going to cover the whole country, and it's going to be what has never happened in this country before. You know, imagine the superhighway that is going to be between Ghana, Accra, and Kumasi alone is huge. Imagine the roads connecting every region in this country. Imagine the extensive road network that is going to be done to enter everywhere. Everybody is going to benefit from the Big Push. So it's going to create a lot of job opportunities. Officers who are going to work, increase supervision at the local level, at the regional level, increase input by contractors, increase workers, increase purchase of machinery. Everything is going to work. So this year is going to be huge.
Okay.
In job creation.
Okay.
And the whole idea and aim is to improve the economy of this country, is to get the needed infrastructure to put it at the level where Ghana will be a true middle-income country.
Is there a targeted number of employment you want to create this year?
Is there?
A targeted number of employment you want to create this year?
We will not be able to give a targeted number, but what we are doing is that we have taken the level of unemployment, and if we try to if we solve it this year, next year new people are going to finish university. They are going to be asking for more. So we have taken note that we need to make sure 3 million people are employed. I'm not saying that's what is our target. That's the 3 million people that we need to be employed, either because some of them are working not satisfied with their work, they still need to get more jobs, or they don't have a job at all. That segment of population is our target right now.
3 million for the year.
Remember, I'm saying that that's not a target. Yeah. That's not something we are doing. But we have noticed that this number is where we are going to go into and create the jobs. And I've given you a background.
I just want to know that these 3 million, is it the numbers you are seeing are to say we need to create jobs for these people for the year? Or
No. We are targeting this number of people in our job creation.
Okay, yeah. For your government, for a 4-year term.
For the period of time I'm talking about, we are targeting these 3 million people who are either employed and not happy with their employment, or they are not employed at all. These are people we believe are going to be the beneficiary of it. How much will be done this year is what I cannot tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But in terms of the private sector employing people,
yeah,
are you giving them any incentives? Is government giving them incentives so that they could employ more people?
We already are talking about a 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy is an intense, incentive-driven policy arrangement.
Okay.
Where government is coming in to say that we love the fact that you are working 24 hours or you want to work 24 hours. But where there are any challenges you are facing, we want to help you.
But that hasn't started yet, right?
Oh, it has started.
But you said the bill is in Parliament.
No, the bill is different from the practice.
Okay.
The practice that people are already working, and we are already encouraging them to go ahead and do the 24 hours, is there.
So what have you given them to do their 24 hours?
Okay, I'm just coming to that point. Now, if people are there and not doing 24 hours and want to do 24 hours, but are stopped by circumstances they can't control, that's where government comes in to help.
Okay.
Extend electricity to them, give them more power arrangements that will satisfy their power needs, give them security to make sure their place is secured, working 24 hours, and all the other things that, even equity, support, capital arrangements, supporting their investment capacity to make sure they are able to create more opportunities for themselves and for employ more people. They are all part of the things the 24-hour economy can deal with. So those are where the incentives are going to come from. But the key incentive you want to give to anybody is not to give them money. It's to create an opportunity where their money can have value. Where when they go to buy and they come into the country, they can be confident that when they sell, they can still go and buy even much more. We have attained that.
Okay.
Another key incentive is the price of money, to make sure the interest rates are to the point where they can easily go and borrow and be able to pay back. Those are key incentives we have given to them.
Okay.
And the last key incentive is to have a stable economy where I can be sure that nothing is going to take away my money. Okay. They can be, how do you call that one?
Exchange rate.
The shaving.
Haircut.
There can be any haircut. I'm putting my money here. I want to go for the money. I'll be able to get the money back.
Okay.
Yeah.
These YA people, a lot of them are my friends. As we are just wrapping up.
Yes.
When in the latest can they have any update on their situation?
But I just told you I'm trying to get the information.
Yes.
And I'll work on it. It's important for them, apart from discussing with their minister, to also discuss with me. But I will go into finding out what exactly we can do to help them. But if they were not considered in the budget, they have to wait.
Oh, but they've been employed since November 2024.
But if they are giving financial clearance 2024 and are not giving financial clearance 2025, then it will be a problem.
But if they've been employed on a financial clearance, do they have to?
Yes, I told you it's not like when they give you financial clearance, that's all. It has a limit. After that, when it passes,
okay.
If it elapses, you have to go for another financial clearance. But we are concerned about them. But I'm sure they are still they may be paid allowances or something like that, or not at all.
They are not at all.
Okay, so it is something we need to go into, and I'll be happy to be part of this solution. Yeah.
I'm grateful to you, Dr. Rashid Pelpo.
Yeah,
it's always an honor to have you here.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
That's the Minister for Jobs. Okay, so it's Minister for Labor, Jobs and Employment Relations, Dr. Rashid Pelpo. Good morning to you. Millicent Obo, my sister, she is with the fire service and she is watching us now. Good morning to you wherever you are, you and your colleagues. I hope you're doing your best for the country, Ghana. Now, the AM show, as always, is sponsored by Shield Silicon Paint from Azar Group, Syntex Pipes, and Time Herbal Mixture. Ghana, let's talk about water tanks. Do you know the real secret to water storage? It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's time to correct that. Now, that's right. The tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the right choice for you. It's a champion of water tanks. It is strong, durable, and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has got your back. So go outside today, check your tank. If it doesn't have the tortoise on it, it's time for you to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call 0244 335 168. 0244 335 168 to buy now or find one of our 400 agents across the country. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, air strong, air tough. Well, that's how we wrap up this segment. We'll still have more for you here on the show. You stay on.